So, you have a screening call for a Celonis role. That is fantastic news. Let's make sure you are fully prepared to impress your interviewer. The first thing they will want to know is if you understand the fundamentals. Celonis is not just a tool, it is an execution management system, or EMS. Think of it as a powerful X-ray machine for your company's processes. It looks at the digital footprints left behind in your IT systems, SAP Salesforce. Then, it creates a visual map showing you exactly how your processes are running in reality. This is the core of process mining, turning raw data into actionable insights for business improvement. Your interviewer will likely ask about your direct experience. They want to hear about specific use cases you have worked on. Two of the most common and powerful ones are order to cash, or O2C, procure to pay, or P2P. O2C covers the entire journey, a customer placing an order, the company receiving payment. Your goal here is to find bottlenecks like shipping delays, invoice disputes. Now, let's get into the technical details. Your interviewer will almost certainly test your knowledge of PQL, Celonis's proprietary query language. One function they might ask about is domain_table. This is a powerful function that allows you to create a virtual table from the distinct values of one or more columns in another table. It is incredibly useful when you need to perform calculations that are not tied directly to the case table. For example, you might want to see how many different materials were ordered by each supplier, regardless of how many individual orders were placed. Let me give you a concrete example from a project I worked on. We were analyzing a P2P process, and the business wanted to understand supplier performance. The challenge was that the main activity table only showed individual purchase order items. We needed a higher level view. I used domain_table to create a new table containing a unique list of all suppliers. A simplified PQL code snippet showing the use of the domain_table function. From there, I could join it back to the case table using a PU_count, a pull-up function we will discuss later, to count the number of cases or purchase orders associated with each unique supplier. This approach allowed us to build a dashboard focused entirely on suppliers. We could then add more metrics to this supplier-centric view. Building on our discussion of PQL, we must talk about pull-up functions. If domain_table is about creating new perspectives, pull-up functions are about enriching those perspectives with data. Your interviewer will want to know if you understand what they are and, more importantly, why they are so fundamental in Celonis. In simple terms, a pull-up function pulls a value from one table up to another, higher-level table, based on a defined relationship. They are the primary way to aggregate data from the transactional level like activities to the case level, or even a custom dimension table created with domain_table. PU_sum, PU_AVG, PU_min, PU_max, PU_count. For example, let's say your case table is a list of purchase orders. Your activity table contains all the steps for each purchase order. If you want to show the total invoice amount for each purchase order, you would use PU_sum on the case table. This function goes down to the item table, finds all items related to the current case, sums up their net values, and pulls that total sum up to the purchase order level. This is how you create your core KPIs. The interviewer may ask if you are a certified process and data mining professional, or OCPM, or a certified Celonis Process Miner, or CCPM. The OCPM certification is a broader university-level certification that covers the theoretical foundations of process mining, data mining, and machine learning. It is not specific to any one tool. It proves you have a deep academic understanding of the concepts that underpin the entire field of process discovery and analysis. In contrast, the CCPM is a Celonis-specific certification. It validates your hands-on skills and practical knowledge of using the Celonis EMS platform. It covers topics like data extraction, transformation, PQL, and building analyses and dashboards within Celonis. While an OCPM shows you understand the why, a CCPM demonstrates you know the how within the Celonis ecosystem. Having both is ideal, as it shows both theoretical depth and practical expertise. If you only have one, be prepared to explain its relevance to the role and how you are working to complement your knowledge in the other area. Towards the end of the screening call, the interviewer will likely ask you to rate your skills in key technologies. A common set is SQL, PQL, Python. Be honest, but also be strategic.